more disciplined? Is there anything you can help people out with there?
You brought up a great point, and our trading profiles are very much a microcosm of our lives. And so I take a top-down approach both in my trading analogy and both my trading style as far as I buy weakness in rising markets. I look at longer-term price charts first and then shorter-term price charts. But having discipline in trading is first about having discipline in your life.
Absolutely. Not something you switch on and off all the time.
You don't switch on and off. And there's, you know, how you do one thing is kind of how you do everything. And so it starts with one's diet. It starts with one, do you honor commitments to yourself? If you tell yourself you're going to go to reward yourself for doing something well, do you actually do that? If you tell your kids you're going to do something, do you actually follow through? And so being disciplined starts with the areas in your life, and then working from that base, I think it really transcends and transitions quite well into trading.
Yeah, I've probably never said it like that, but I totally agree with you. You're right, it's a microcosm. It's not, we just turn it on, right, let's be disciplined for the next half hour, an hour. It's just part of your life, and the exercise and the diet and looking after yourself and being prepared for whatever you do in life. And trading's probably no different to that. You're absolutely right with it. One more thing is also, you know, there's thousands of people out here at this Expo, and this is no different to expos that I do back home and throughout Southeast Asia, and I think a lot of people are looking for that solution. A lot of people don't know what they're looking for, but others are perhaps just looking for that trading strategy that, I see that pattern there, if you just follow that, you'll be set. Not totally appreciating the value of, you know, managing your risk, and also, of course, the mindset or the psychology. Having said that, you need to have a trading strategy. You need to have a process of entering the market, a methodology. What advice would you give to people who are looking for that solution, looking for that methodology which is going to work for them? Do you have any advice for people who are still working on that entry signal, that strategy?
Well, I think there's one thing that we need to say that even I think you would agree as well, that the process of learning never ends. There's a great Old Testament proverb that talks about the journey itself. Even though you may not finish the journey, even to the day we die, it still doesn't dismiss you from embarking upon it anyway. And so we as traders, as professional traders, are always looking to fine-tune what we do. If you look at the currency markets, the correlations that then break, the systems that go through cycles where they work and then where they don't, the advent of electronic markets, even as professional traders, there is still more to learn. In fact, every day, I still am amazed at how much I don't know. And I know a lot. I'm around a lot of sharp people who have a number of different angles and feel pretty confident about my level of the markets, but there's still so much out there. So the first thing that every trader must have is the desire to educate themselves. And finding good websites, finding good resources, taking the time, staying on top of exchange minimums, being on top of industry news. To be a professional, trading is a game. It's a hard way to make an easy living, okay? And people who look at it as just a way to make easy money or in it for the money, it's going to be a very difficult journey. So education is the first key. The second key is to attach yourself to people who are successful. Finding mentors, either one mentor or a group of mentors you can learn. They're going to significantly hasten the process of you learning and becoming a profitable trader. And that process will continue in perpetuity. But educating oneself and finding a mentor or a group of mentors that you can learn from and follow and emulate goes a long way to becoming a successful trader.
Fantastic. You know, that hits upon something I talk about all the time, and that's, you know, the majority of decisions we need to make are counterintuitive. So if we don't get that, if we don't get that education, if we don't get that, I guess, that framework to work within, we go into the markets thinking it's easy. I mean, how hard can buying and selling be, really? So we go into the markets thinking it's easy. We rely on our intuition and our instincts to make decisions. We invariably make very poor decisions. Education clearly is that bridge, isn't it, to getting us from that stage to actually learning about we do need to do things counterintuitively and adhere to a plan and be disciplined and everything else. John, I know I'm speaking this evening. I know you've got still a number of engagements, and our time has been brief, and it's terrific for you to take some time out and join me today, and hopefully people out there have learned something today from what you've been speaking about. We're coming, as I said, from Times Square. I'm incredibly excited to be here.
It's great. I love New York City.
It's freezing cold. It's February and it's freezing cold, but I've certainly enjoyed my few days that I've had here, and I'm looking forward to speaking this evening.
It's 4 degrees in February. That's not cold for New York City, man. 4 degrees Celsius is 5 degrees Celsius.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. And I think it was minus something this morning and yesterday, and it's been freezing. I'm surprised there's no snow out there. But Times Square just out in the background, and it's a terrific place to be, and I've been enjoying being here in this city and certainly in your country and speaking this afternoon. John, if people want to learn a little bit more about you, is there a website, a blog you maintain that perhaps people can go and visit and learn more about you?
Sure. OSOKTrading.com is the website I blog at. I post my market views. It's completely free. You can also order my book, One Shot, One Kill Trading, off my website, Amazon.com. And I have a schedule of, and I do make selective mentorships. It's not something I do a lot of, but for the right situation, if I see that there's a trader that has promise and has the right attitude, I'll sit down and work with them, and we can set something up. And I will be in Australia in October of this year.
Yes,
so for the viewers there in Australia, you have a very beautiful country, and I'll be there in October. So I'd love to sync up at that time again.
Make sure I buy you dinner too, John. Yeah, so in October 2009, John's coming to Melbourne to the Australian Technical Analysts Association annual conference to speak, which I know you'll enjoy. There'll be a lot of people there. Looking forward to seeing you. John, again, thank you very much for your time today. It's been terrific talking to you. Thanks very much. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you've enjoyed that, and I look forward to speaking to you again soon.